Well, we're curious about the business applications. The iPhone, for a lot of people, is all about fun. Why go after the business world?
Well, you know, the business world has bought a lot of iPhones in the last year. There's a ton of CEOs and senior executives in most of the Fortune 500 companies that have iPhones. And there's a lot of employees that have them at home, and they really want to use them at work. So we've been getting a lot of requests to really figure out how to work with enterprise push email, push calendars, push contacts, Microsoft Exchange basically, and the security associated with an enterprise that we didn't have in the first iPhone. And we've built all that stuff into the new iPhone, right out of the box.
How important is that, going after the BlackBerry, which has almost 50% market share? I mean, that's a lot of business if you get into that corporate market.
Well, people are telling us they'd like to buy the iPhone if we had these features, so we've added them, and we'll see what happens. There seems to be a lot of demand.
This is an odd concern, but do you worry at all that some CEOs may say, you know what, this is great, you've addressed all our security concerns for the email, but we don't want our employees to have a device that will draw their attention to music and television and videos and all these other things?
You know, I think we're starting to see a lot of business applications that use video and things like that as well. So
you think it'll help in that front?
Yeah, I do. I think people love the iPhone and they want to use it in business.
Does it bother, you know, I'm carrying my BlackBerry, and so many of us have these, and you see people carrying them around everywhere you go. Do you think that the iPhone can replace the BlackBerry, a BlackBerry like this, in many work environments? Is that something you strive for?
Well, that's up to customers to decide. We're just going to give them the best iPhone we know how, and they'll pick what they want.
And tell me briefly about the new features of this iPhone that make it worthwhile over the last iPhone. Speed being key to that?
Well, it's 3G speed, so it really downloads data dramatically faster, and that's important when you're browsing. As you know, the iPhone has revolutionized mobile browsing in a way that no phone before it has. And you know, faster browsing is really nice. It's also great to download attachments in email. And as you know, we display all Microsoft Word documents, all iWork documents, and it's nice to be able to download whatever kind of attachments they are, be they PDFs or otherwise, as fast as possible. So getting fast data with 3G networking is great. We've built in GPS for location-based services, which is exploding on the iPhone. And we've built in the full enterprise support. We've built in the support for third-party apps. We're going to be selling it in over 70 countries around the world by the end of this year. And we've been able to get the price down to $199, which we hope will mean that most everyone who wants one can afford one.
Do you think you'll meet your goal of 10 million sold? Some analysts have expressed concern that you won't. Maybe you need to get into that corporate marketplace to do that.
Well, we've said several times we're confident we're going to meet the goal of selling 10 million iPhones in 2008.
Where I work, they make us carry cell phones in addition to our BlackBerries to have some backup. Any concerns that it's too much for one device? Be it the battery life, be it applications freezing. It's a lot, isn't it, to pack into one device? Is it possible one can really do everything?
Well, actually, the parent company you work for, Disney, has been one of the companies that's been beta testing the iPhone, and you might have seen the CIO in the video. They seem pretty happy with it, so who knows?
All right, and just wrapping up, looking forward to a completely different topic, coming up this summer, someone you know well, Bill Gates, is retiring. In preparation for that, can I just ask you if you have any comments about looking back as he retires, competition with him and his impact?
You know, today I'm just thinking about the iPhone 3G.
All right. Thought I'd try it while we're sitting here. He's coming up. All right. Well, I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thanks very much. Take care.
Sure.
All righty.